Statement, then we'll open it up for questions.
Proud of our guys. You know, at this time of year, you want short-term memory loss, so to speak, and although last week was a hard week, there were some positives, and we were able to continue to keep with the positives, and at home we were able to hold serve here the first part of the week and did a really good job and had a lot of guys step up and play well. I thought the whole key to the game was Joey Brunk. I thought his impact on the game on both ends of the floor and him being able to play as many minutes as he did was huge. He finally got it going on offense a little bit, but he rebounded as well. And big key to our team is trying to find him and getting him back into rhythm where he's playing longer stretches, which was important. But our guard play was pretty good, in particular taking care of it. And I thought we did a really good job with what we tried to do with Marcus Carr tonight. He's so good downhill, he's so strong that we wanted to keep him lateral. And we gave up some threes and some rolls, but at the end of the day, you know, we wanted to keep him out of the paint, and that was the goal. And I thought, for the most part, you know, our team really executed that part of it. And, you know, I was proud of our guys in a grinded-out game. Minnesota's tough. I mean, they got some serious shooting right now. When they're hot, they can really play. And, you know, obviously Daniel Otero has proven he's, you know, if Luka Garza's probably not in our league this year, he's probably the player of the year in the conference. So, but tough team to play against. Fortunate to beat them twice, and for us to be 19-11, 9-10 with one to go in this league, you know, I think, you know, we're continuing to trend in the right way.
Mike.
Coach, you've taken some questions about your starting five tonight. All five of them were in double figures. They combined to shoot 60% from the field. Does that speak to?
Did you say I was taking questions about my starting five?
People have asked questions over the last couple of weeks about.
To you?
Pardon me?
They were asking you or me?
I've heard questions.
Okay, so they're talking to you.
Correct.
I haven't heard very many.
I heard a question on the radio
Really?
earlier in the week. Yeah, but the bottom line is.
Yes, the bottom line is, here's the deal. You're in March, and if you change your starting lineup, you change your starting lineup for a specific reason or a specific adjustment. Because I'll tell you this much: the minute you change, you lose guys. There's no reason to do that. And part of it is, I think, what Joey did tonight. You hang in there, you hang in there. It's not easy to play well every night, but it's easy to play hard every night. And I think Joe played extremely hard tonight. I also think that Trace, we weren't even sure if Trace was going to play a little bit today. He's a little banged up, so we had some other guys ready to roll on that one. But in general, if we would change, it would be because of a movement of strength, not out of a movement of weakness. I can't stress that enough. If we make a change at halftime, it's to make a movement of strength, not weakness. And we've been doing it all year by committee. It's not like our starters always play well or this guy and that guy plays well. I mean, we've had games where Devontae's coming off the bench and he's killing people. Tonight, you know, really Rob and Al, I thought, played a solid game. And Devontae did as well, especially with his assists. But I'm pleased with our group, and I was really, really happy for Joey to kind of get going offensively again, because we need that. We need that.
Go ahead, Alex.
From your perspective, maybe over the last month, Joey has struggled. What's been behind that, and what did you see maybe that was different tonight that you haven't seen the last month?
I think the big deal with Joey is, I think, you know, he's a thinker and he cares a lot about doing well, but I think he overthinks it sometimes. When Joe's at his best, he's running as hard as he can, and his motor's great on both ends of the floor in terms of trying to rebound. He's got great touch around the basket, but I think here recently he started to worry a little bit too much about making it rather than getting a good shot. I mean, there was a couple shots there early in the game. I think he's a little nervous that it's not going to go in. But once he got a couple to go down, and I think he settled in, and you started to see him a little bit more powerful around the rim. They also switched Arturo off of him to go to Trace, because Trace obviously was going a little bit, and Joe was able to take advantage of the other guy. And I think that's a 1-2 punch with Deron and Race and Trace. Hopefully you can get two of those four guys kind of going around the basket a little bit. But it's all confidence. But I think Joe cares a lot, and he overthinks it a little bit. I think tonight he just started to really, really played hard defensively, and I think that was a big key in him and being engaged in the game. Typically when you're worried about that, other things sort of go your way, which I think happened for him.
Okay, Rick,
Yeah.
Zach, then Dustin, then we're done.
Okay. Archie, you mentioned Otero and how talented he is. He's projected as a first-round pick, and 11 for 27 tonight. Joey guarded him a good part of the time, even though Otero is obviously taller, longer, more athletic. What did he do to frustrate him at times?
Well, in and around the basket tonight, coming out of Illinois, the one thing that we've done a poor job of as a staff and getting our players to respond to it is things around the basket are too easy. Whether it's a one-on-one post-up, whether it's a one-on-one drive, or whether it's a guard going in there, we're giving up too many one-legged little layups that, like, where's the help? Because I know when our guard goes in there, that thing comes flying off the backboard or somebody's on the ground. And we haven't been making those plays. I thought what Joe did tonight was he tried like crazy to stay in between him and the rim. We got some other guys to help a little bit. But there was a lot of challenged balls around the basket tonight. I thought maybe there was a lot of contact at times, but this is the Big Ten. If there's no contact, then there's something wrong. And I thought Joe did a good job of not fouling. I thought Joe did the best job of just playing hard as he possibly could. We were able to bother some things in and around the basket at times on his drives, and, that's what we were looking for. Keep Trace out a little bit of foul trouble, see if we can hang in there. Joe's been fouling a little bit too much, but I thought he played really, really hard at the start of the game. If you watched him impact ball screens and do some things, gave him a chance to be engaged. But we were fine with that kind of matchup. He's a good player, man. I mean, he's really tough guard. I mean, when you talk about how quick he is off his first step, I mean, he's got one of the longest first dribbles you'll see from 22 feet out as a big kid. I mean, he just rips in, and it's like, boom, he's gone. And he's hard to guard for anybody. But he had 24 and 16. He did shoot 27 times. I thought he did a better job kicking our butt on the offensive glass than anything tonight. He was just quicker to balls, and he was hungrier to get those 50-50 long ones off of other misses. But Joe hung in there pretty good tonight. He didn't foul.
Jeff?
I know some of this is Joey and Trace, but 52 points in the paint, is that reflective of maybe an aggressiveness that you want these guys to embrace? Just, you talked about getting to the rim, attacking downhill, not just the big guys, but I imagine guards like Rob and Al as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing a little better job being aggressive, especially in our last two games. We were able to get some buckets tonight in and around the basket, which was a good start. Minnesota's primarily a one-on-one in a post type team, so you can get in there a little bit. But I thought Justin did a good job in and around the basket, getting a couple. Joey, Trace. Race had a few in and around the basket, didn't finish as much. But then Rob broke it down a few times, I thought, and got a couple one-legged layups. Devontae had a one-legged layup. Al was in the paint a bunch. So it's an aggressive style, when you're attacking the paint. You want to get to the foul line. Clearly 9 for 17 from the line. That's not good, but we want to get to the line, and that's been the recipe for our team. It's inside out, it's attack the paint, it's offensive rebound, get fouled. I mean, that's how it's got to be for us right now. I mean, we didn't shoot the three particularly well over the course of the game as it went on. We made some timely ones, but for us, we were able to get what we normally get when our guys are playing pretty good, which is, a lot of paint touches.
Good, Dustin.
You mentioned Trace not being sure whether or not he was going to play. Obviously, he still gives you 31 minutes, 18 and 9. Just again, what's it just say for this maturity of this kid that he's shown down the stretch, and just the ability to play through pain, and just the maturity that he's coming through with?
Yeah, I think he's been playing with a sore foot. I just don't think he probably knows when he got it or when it happens. I mean, he's done every test known to man, so he's fine. But it's a pain tolerance thing right now. He's not going to get a lot of rest. Got a couple days here to kind of see how he feel. We were going to test him out the first 4 minutes, kind of see what he was up to. And it looked like he was up to being all right, so we kind of wrote him out and then asked him through the course of the game if he's okay. And he said he was good and played well. Did a good job for us, most of the time. Got to get him more engaged. Saturday's going to be a big challenge for all of our front court players with how Wisconsin plays. We had no answer for him way back. But we're going to have to be a lot better engaged defensively on Saturday. Even in this game, I thought just – they were able to pick on our bigs and drives, and especially in the first half, some threes, especially a young freshman who's a really good player, number 35 in him. I mean, he's guy can really shoot the ball, so they caused some problems, which is going to happen on Saturday as well.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.